Could I interest you in a javelina hunt out in the high mountains of Arizona? If so, join me with Master Hunter Ray Johnson and photographer and trusty sidekick, me. We're traveling east on Arizona Highway 40. We've been driving about an hour, and we're passing through Kingman. The sun's beginning to come up. Temperature's 37 degrees, and there's snow in those hills. I guess mountains. Sam, what do you call those? The Walpers? There's a little snow on the ground back there.
Yeah, I know. I'm seeing that quite a bit.
We're now on the Yellow Pine Ranch Road.
There's a house up there. Yeah.
This dog ran out to greet us, and he's following us all the way into the ranch, I think. Little boy caught up. This is the Antelope Valley Road, and this is going to be the area we hunt first today.
30 degrees.
30 degrees. I think I'll put on my long johns. We saw quite a bit of pig track. Favorite food for javelina is prickly pear cactus. There was a lot of prickly pear around there, and this is where you see they've been rooting. They dig up the roots of the prickly pear. The camera flattens out the terrain, and it doesn't really give you the true perspective.
Get into an area where it smells like skunk. It means they've been there very, very recently. So, and in fact, they're just right around you, probably someplace. There's just one tracks right now.
Those prickly pear have little spines that you brush against them, and a whole bunch come out and grab you. They've been rooting in this area. This shows very well the roots that the pigs dig up, and then they eat the little tentacles off the sides of the roots, leave the main stem. And we stopped and glassed and waited a while, and then decided to head to a new spot. Came upon this old cattle corral. Looked like it was about to fall down, but there was still manure and stuff in there. They must have rounded up the cattle there this year. There's ice on this water tank. We left that spot and drove up to the top
Looks like we wanna
of
hunt
this
that.
mountain looking for our next spot. Yeah, they sure did.
We're at 4,400 feet. I said we're at 4,420 feet. We're higher than Stevens Pass. Stevens Pass only 3,000?
Yeah. So we drove back down. We knew we didn't want to hunt that terrain. We drove back down and started hunting this area.
Point out what we're gonna do. I think we're gonna head back to the car.
Thought we were going to hunt that.
If you want to, we can. I was just gonna head back to the car. Drive, take the road back, and then if we got time, then hunt up it. Or I'll save it for more or next day. It's Wednesday morning, about 8:20, and we're on the Antelope Valley Road, I guess it is, or Antelope, and we're going to go after Javelina again. A little warmer this morning, but it's still kind of cold. The wind's blowing a little bit. Anyway, this is an area where we saw quite a few sign day before yesterday, so we're hoping that maybe we'll run into the herd. And we'll see what happens.
So we started out on this hilly terrain, and it was full of prickly pear and these plants that look like aloe vera. They're very, very stiff and have very pointed stems. They hurt like the dickens when you brush into them. They don't bend. And this was a rooted area, of course, where they dug up and rooted. So we sat in blast for a while and looked for that elusive javelina.
Come to the second hiding spot for the day. We're gonna work our way over to those rocks over there.
Javelina make their dens under big rocks and in little crevasses and things. And so we thought this would be a good area to look through. We ended the day by going down to this water mill that Dad had spotted. It was working, and so he knew there'd be water there, which would attract the javelina. We found the water trough had a designed platform on it, and it was built low, and there was also that ramp for javelina to climb out of in case they fell in the water. Last year we did see javelina that had been drowned in a water trough. We tucked ourselves in amongst the brush. I was under a pine tree. Dad was in amongst the brush there. And we we waited, and all we saw were birds. Rest easy, kids. Rest now, 'cause we'll be back.